It starts with an enticing promise from a handsome doctor and turns into a Hollywood feeding frenzy.
People were popping Valiums and Vicodins.
But is this the real fountain of youth?
Oh my
Or a
God.
dangerous scam? This has always been the land of stunningly beautiful people. Daniel Serrano was already a well-known cosmetic doctor in Argentina when he came to Hollywood in 2001. Serrano gained entry to Hollywood's in crowd and soon met Diane Ritchie, wife of music superstar Lionel Richie. Diane became Serrano's devoted patient and enthusiastic promoter.
That door to Beverly Hills and Bel Air was opened wide.
Diane was telling me that there were all these other women that were loving Daniel, loving his work.
The suave 30-something doctor specializes in private house calls, so his high-profile clients feel more comfortable. When Serrano arrives at Sean King's home for the first time, he carries a black medical bag containing syringes filled with the wonder drug that wipes away wrinkles.
And he showed me an article saying, this is it, this is the next wave, and it's wonderful.
The promise of lasting beauty is enough to convince Sean to give it a try. During the next few weeks, Dr. Dan makes several more visits to Sean's home.
Everybody was happy. Everybody liked the results.
Soon, Diane Ritchie is hosting lavish injection parties at her Beverly Hills home, where her celebrity friends can meet Dr. Dan and get the miracle treatment.
These injection parties were scenes where people were popping Valiums and Vicodins and then heading upstairs into a bathroom and having this Argentine individual bend over them with a needle and inject the substance into their face.
But it doesn't come cheap. For his discreet services, Dr. Dan insists that he be paid in cash. Serrano built his practice fast because he was the only one in town with Articol, the great new anti-aging product from Europe, and he promised lasting results.
It was permanent, that it was a filler that stayed in the body.
Naturally, there was a catch. Even though Articol was popular and legal in Europe, it wasn't approved by the Food and Drug Administration for use in the United States.
I asked him repeatedly, what is this? What's in it exactly? I went on the internet and I looked it up and I read about it and...
Golly, somebody goes into the plastic surgeon's office to have a few wrinkles filled, and 12 months later.
Dr. Dan assures his wealthy clients that the product is safe.
So he said, I promise you nothing will change.
So Sean agrees to go for one more injection. Unfortunately, it's one too many.
And my lips were swollen and I kept saying, this is gonna go down, isn't it?
It's the famous Hollywood line, "Trust me." And then the creepy music begins. Sean ends up with a large bump on her lower lip. A bump so big she has difficulty drinking and talking. A bump both Dr. Dan and Diane Ritchie claim they can't even see.
They both said, no, it looks fine. I don't see a bump. He's saying, there's nothing there. I don't see it. And he turns to her and she said, I don't see it.
In September 2003, the FBI field office in Los Angeles receives an anonymous tip about a Beverly Hills doctor named Daniel Serrano, a plastic surgeon to the stars.
But it did indicate that Mr. Serrano was practicing medicine without a license.
It's a state matter, not a federal case. So the FBI refers the complaint to the Medical Board of California. Practicing medicine without a license is a crime in the state of California.
We started to build our case on the operation of Daniel Serrano.
Investigators begin by compiling a list of Serrano's clients.
There are a number of celebrities that...
One after another, Serrano's clients are quietly interviewed and examined by medical experts.
One particular individual had an active infection.
Diane Ritchie initially became involved with Daniel Serrano as a friend. And then over the course of that friendship, things evolved into a much closer, perhaps more intimate relationship.
Agents find out that Serrano is operating out of a small office in Beverly Hills, where everyone knows him as a doctor. But his celebrity clients tell investigators he doesn't act like a doctor.
One, at a party, in a private house, in a bathroom. Third, he doesn't look like a doctor in the sense that he doesn't wear latex gloves, he doesn't perform a medical evaluation.
I believe that Daniel Serrano, that he could operate with invincibility. Never thought it was going to catch up to him.
But in the end, it does catch up. On November 15th, 2004, more than a year after the first injection party, agents arrest Daniel Serrano. He's charged with interstate commerce violations for using an unapproved substance, Articol, and smuggling it into the United States.
And was overheard saying, "Get my books, get my socks, and be smart, baby, be smart."
Sure enough, it happened.
But investigators and Serrano's clients are in for an awful twist they can't possibly imagine. At this point, investigators get their report back from the FDA's chemistry lab in Cincinnati. They've tested the substances found in Serrano's safe deposit boxes. Even more shocking is the way Serrano preps his syringes.
Injecting it into syringes right there at the kitchen table, certainly not a sanitary setting, no steps taken to ensure that there would be no transfer of bacteria.
Investigators believe Serrano did start off using medical-grade Articol, and then his supply ran out.
I think what happened was he couldn't get it anymore.
Many of Serrano's clients seek help from other plastic surgeons to repair the damage.
In one patient, I was able to remove the majority, 90% of all those silicone deposits in her face. Why could you not have used some good substances instead of silicone and Articol?
So his profits were truly astronomical. We know for a fact that he made at least $2 million. And we're very lucky we got him when we did. Let's face it, in Hollywood, you've got a cult of youth and an awful lot of money that are going to step into that breach and try to supply it.